What it do, what it do, what it do. It's your boy Big Vibe Opinion back with another live video. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button. And most importantly, make sure you sub to the channel. Turn on that post notification bell so that you be notified each and every time that your boy Big Vibe is going live, man. With that being said, let's get into this intro. Welcome to Big Vibe Opinion. Moderators, with my permission, any negativity in the chat should be hidden from this channel. This channel is a negativity-free channel, drama-free channel, and we are here to push the message out. We will not be distracted. So with my permission, any negativity in the chat should be hidden from this channel. Welcome to Big Vibe Opinion platform.
There's a haters. I don't have a message. I don't take my time to respond and to defend myself. Why would I do that? I'm giving you a microphone if I'm doing it. I'm giving you solace that you're in my life. I don't care. I really don't. So if it's been that way all my life, you would think that I'm used to it. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this, and I keep going. So I'm good with that, man. I'm good with that. This is a comfortable place for me.
I really appreciate that about you. Going on. I really appreciate that about you. Going on. I really appreciate that about you.
And I just really want people to know I appreciate anybody that's helping me. I appreciate anybody that's helping me. A lot of people have been there for me. I just don't want people going back and forth, being mad at each other because one person did this for me and another person did that for me. That's what the devil wants. He wants to cause confusion. That's what these people want. They want to cause confusion. And confusion ain't gonna do nothing but keep me in here. But the real thing here.
What's up with you, bro?
Man, what it do? It's your boy Big Vibe, man. It's been a whole month since I last greeted you all. The streets been calling. What's up, everybody in the chat? How y'all doing? I hope y'all feeling good. I hope y'all feeling blessed. I hope life has been working in y'all favor since I last saw you guys here. I got my boy Provoke Thoughts in the building with me tonight.
Hey, what's up, man? As you can see, I'm in the kitchen.
You in the kitchen cooking up.
Yeah, I'm off up in the kitchen.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Other than that, you know what I'm saying? I told myself I'm gonna be more visible, so y'all gonna catch me in moments like this when I'm in the kitchen trying to cook shit, you know.
Yeah, man. That's what's up, man. It's been a minute since we've been over here kicking it, man. We've been kicking it on your side. We've been kicking it on the other side, but man, you know, happy to see y'all. Happy to see the chat. And y'all know what brought us.
And I'm gonna tell you like this: I appreciate your people for the support of my channel, man.
Man, my people is your people. We all family.
Yeah, I know. I be saying some off the wall shit, but bear with me, man. And check it out, man. I'm working on this production level as far as presenting clips and shit. You know what I'm saying? I done got me a nice little video editor, and we finna make some shit happen. We finna put this shit out here properly, bro. Look, sometimes you got to dress it up in the dress,
Man, and that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. So for all the people who support what we do and what we've been doing over here for over the last year, 2 years, I want y'all to understand one thing. I've been sitting back. I've been watching. I've been seeing everything that has been transpiring. I know a lot of guys, a lot of the ladies, a lot of the people, supporters in this sector, they be wanting to hear, Big Vi, what you think about this? Big Vi, what you think about that? You know what I'm saying? And tonight, we just gonna tiptoe around a couple different subjects. But the number one thing we're gonna speak on is this Shannon Sharp interviewing the self-proclaimed king of RBC.
Wait, did the nigga claim it?
It's a difference. Man, hey, he ain't correcting it.
The nigga claim it because I got a problem with that.
He ain't correcting it.
I got a problem with that shit. You know what I'm saying? This couple motherfuckers, even if Usher, you wanted to say you was in the running, there's a lot of motherfuckers ahead of you, bro. There's a lot of them. And I love Usher. Let's not get it twisted.
No, ain't no knock on Usher.
I'm starting not to feel him because I saw this bastard in a dress.
It's no knock on Usher. When you get that halftime show, that shit come with a lot of sacrifices, man.
Obligations, baby.
Obligations, man. You gotta do some things. You just don't get chose.
First of all, get right and throw this dress on, punk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? First of all, let me show me. And you know what? I ain't gonna even cap, man. Y'all remember that one year, when the Black Panties came out and R.KELLY had on, I'm gonna call it a kilt.
Yeah.
But that was a fucking skirt. I don't give a fuck. I ain't from that. I'm not from Scotland. So fuck that shit. I ain't wearing no skirt for none of these motherfuckers. And he tried to stay in good standards with these fuckers. And still got fucked in the end. So Usher, that's a testament to you. Because remember, motherfucker, you got a fat bitch out here talking about you gave her herpes.
Man, look. They gonna sweep over all that, man.
But like I said, this is what they do. That whole Super Bowl scene belonged to Kales, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't, nigga, that's Michael Jackson, Prince, Kale. You got me fucked up if you see. Nigga,
look at the amount of greats that didn't perform during the Super Bowl.
I'd have been cooler with Keith Sweat.
Yeah.
Doing the Super Bowl shit. What the fuck?
But they gotta cater to they gotta cater to a certain genre of people. You know what I'm saying? And for me, you know, when you self-proclaim yourself as the king of a genre of music called R&B, I have a problem with that. First of all, if you have had writers throughout your career, you cannot call yourself the king of nothing.
No.
If you have had support from writers, you can't call yourself a king. For me, great as Michael Jackson was, and not taking nothing from Mike and what Mike did, Mike had writers.
But Mike wrote songs.
But Mike wrote songs. But when he couldn't create anymore, what did he do?
He called Kelly. When he needed a hit. When he needed a hit
in the clutch, you know, not saying he couldn't do it, but when he didn't have the time to do it, he said, I need something for right now. He picked up the phone. Well, he picked up the phone. He pulled up. I'm outside.
Mm-hmm.
Mike wasn't the type of nigga that you wrote for and you sent it to him. Now Mike coming to get his shit.
Right. I just thought I would come by and see what you were doing. Like, what the fuck? Man, you ain't called me.
Yeah.
You ain't called. How you get my address? Shit.
What's up, Uncle Muse, Miss Lady T, J-Rock, Sharice? I seen EJ in this thing. Julia, Nicole, Larry, what up, Hawk? Yeah, man. Rena, what's going on, man? Yo, man, it's been a minute, man. And I tell y'all, boy, these YouTube streets have been busy, man, over the last month. But guess what? Today is January the 31st.
Okay.
Tomorrow is February the 1st. February is the start of these oral arguments, man.
Yes, sir.
The time is ticking. It's getting close.
Hey, look here, man.
And we all understand, and we have seen this time after time after time again. Each and every time it gets close to these court appearances for R.KELLY, it get wild on these YouTube streets, man. It get wicked on these YouTube streets. And for me, as a supporter, I don't care how much content I create. What up, Blessed? What's up, Lisa? No matter how much content I come on and talk about, speak about, I am a supporter first.
Damn straight.
I'm a supporter first. Me being a supporter is what brought me here. So I want to first say, I want to first of all say about everything that I have seen over the last month. I'm not blaming one person or the other person. I'm not taking sides with one person or the other person. But as a supporter, I'm very disappointed in some of the behavior that I have witnessed throughout this last month.
Yeah, from so-called supporters.
You know, and I feel like us as supporters, we have a lot of power when it comes to the platforms that we go to, the stuff that we allow ourselves to listen to. And I want to also look at the supporters as well, because I see supporters oftentimes they involve themselves in, I would call it the brother, sister, whatever, you know what I'm saying? They involve themselves in family situations that we are not privy to understand. Why are we seeing these things?
Right.
You understand? So for me, you know, I felt like we had made progress
some progress. We have brought awareness and bringing awareness. You know, it's like we going to a fight and the people on the front line who is leading the charge, they telling us what to do. And here it is, we get to the actual situation. Now the guys in the front line of the fight, now they are going back and forth with each other. So now we as supporters, we feel as though we can't make a conscious decision as to what we should do now because the leaders are now going at each other. I have one thing about me. I always feel like if I can't address the situation and make it better, I'm not going to take a side in the situation and say, "Oh, this person wrong, this person wrong, this person right, that person right," because I don't know the internal workings of why we are even seeing the situation.
You know, but that's what people do, and that's why we in the state that we are in this country because of people's fucking opinions. You know, we got to a place where your opinion, their opinion matters, but if your opinion is any different than theirs, then you got to pretty much fight for the shit. You got to pretty much argue with a motherfucker because you believe something that somebody else don't believe. You know, it just done got to that point. So that's why we sitting here even having these fucking conversations because people, you know, didn't respect our opinions and we couldn't have a civil conversation about parents and shit and why the fuck would you be mad at one person and not be mad at the other in a situation?
Mm-hmm.
You know, but it seems like that people take this disdain for people with money to another level when it comes to accusation, all type of shit. You know, prime example. You know, prime example of this shit. The E. Jean Carroll case with Donald Trump. Now I don't watch MSNBC that often, but I know it's this lady on there named Maddow or whatever, and she like a far left extremist. Well, you know, she one of them liberals, terrible motherfucker. So she has the lady on there and ask her pretty much what you gonna do with the money. So the chick say, well, hey, you know, we can. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take you shopping, and I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. You want a house? You want a car? You want what you need? Is what she said. Now, how in the fuck is that a victim, bro? They trying to cloak this victim shit and think that. I mean, you got $84 million. You better be whole at this point. You know, I mean, you had $5 million, and you accusing a man of rape that haven't been convicted, and we've always talked about the fact that as men we can't defend ourselves, and you damn sure can't because she turned right around and put a defamation suit on the man. What type of shit is this? I can't defend myself? I can't say I didn't do it? You muted, bro.
I say, yeah, it's crazy. And we're starting to see it. We starting to see it more and more now. They have went away. I guess they don't want to make it seem like a direct attack on black men. So now they are going after a couple prominent white men, you know, to make it look like a mixture of, you know, men that's doing these who's committing these attacks. But like the other day on your channel, listening to what they was talking about with Vince McMahon. I mean, ever since R. Kelly, most of these famous men, and not to say we're not advocating that these men are innocent. We're not advocating that these men are guilty. But what we are advocating about is this: how are these men all different from different walks of life. They move in different spaces of life. They deal with different crowds of people. But why do they paperwork sound identical?
Right. You know, one of the biggest killers for me in this Vince McMahon situation and comparing it with R. Kelly was the threesome shit and the shitting on the motherfucker, man.
I mean, pretty much everything that they were reading off, from this female talking about, she was going through something. Her mom and dad had passed away. She was vulnerable. Like Vince McMahon didn't go looking for her.
Right.
Somebody in her apartment building, she claimed she talked to, and they told her they knew where she can get some work from, and she went and like she didn't even have a choice. She said he asked her.
So my thing is this, and what trips me out about this shit, you can file a suit, and motherfuckers act like they ain't got no sense. You say these motherfuckers attacked you in a conference room, right? You ended up leaving work, but your ass came back to the job, clocked back in to get that paper. If it was that serious, see the way that the thing about it is people are listening to what is being said, but there's no context or no back talk of what the female said. He said, "Hey, I want you to do this X, Y, and Z," and have men slap their dick on your forehead type shit. It was what it was in what was in Vince's stuff. Now, truth be told, that's anything you see in any porn. Now, you got these one-sided text messages. You say it's all this fucking going on, but there's no correspondence with you, and you getting all this dick, and he passing you around the motherfuckers, and you ain't saying shit. Nothing. You just clocking in and clocking out every day. You ain't got nothing to say about nothing. Because just because you was in a what was that, in a vulnerable state.
Mm-hmm. Well, they put it. What the masses do is they play on the emotional side of the public versus the factual side of things. They put out all of these details in these graphic details because they know if they put graphic details in it, it creates an image in one's head to think like, damn, all of this went on. Like how, like they put the image in our head that these girls allegedly in R. Kelly was in the basement. They was defecating in buckets and all this different type of shit. So here it is. They go out to his house. They go through his house. You don't find not one piss bucket, not one number 2 bucket, not one motherfucking chain, no handcuffs, nobody tied up, not alone. It wasn't even a basement.
Right.
But that's the illusion that they painted in the public's mind. And like I always tell people, when you have a crime like what happened in Cleveland, Ohio with the Ariel Castro, there was worldwide news. That was world news. And the shit that they was pulling out of that man's house were chains, handcuffs, buckets of piss, number 2 buckets. I mean, the shit that these women came out and talked about what they went through while in their house by being pregnant, being forced to have abortions and different things like that. Well, so now,
no abortions, just getting kicked in the goddamn stomach.
I mean, no abortion, but miscarriages and different things like that. Even 2 of the girls they had to become midwives and give birth to children while in this house being held captive. So this is how the media use a story like that to captivate others when they talk about R. Kelly have girls chained up in his house. So the first thing I'm gonna do is if I'm listening to this story and I done heard about Ariel Castro not only like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I'm hearing about this story. Now you come and tell me that R.Kelly, oh, he got women chained up in the basement, this, that, and third. The first thing that comes to my mind is the Cleveland, Ohio shit.
Yeah, that was the first thing I thought about. I was like, holy shit, they done
Damn,
did.
he got girls chained up in the basement like this dude in Ohio. I mean, he had girls. What? Oh, hell no. But then, if I would have allowed that to continue to be my thought process, I wouldn't have been able to look at the paperwork and say, well, damn, they didn't look at the evidence. They didn't find none of this shit. Oh, hell, what the hell? Oh, man, these people that lied to us, they done misled us. They got us thinking that this man got girls chained. I mean, just like the other day, I was listening to I was listening to I think I was listening in. It was on Dana J channel. I was listening in to a conversation, and it was just a conversation about that R. Kelly was supposed to be called the police on Jane Doe number 5, dad, this, that, and the third, all this. So you mean to tell me, like, and I'm just thinking about this, so you mean to tell me that a man who had women held hostage at his house is actually calling the police to his house?
Right. You know, you mean what's crazy as hell to me, the NDA ain't even worth a strip of toilet paper anymore. I mean, because anybody who ever had somebody sign one, they might well say, fuck it. Burn all that shit.
No. That's just like we did the other day on your channel. When that girl, the girl that's coming after Vince McMahon, when her attorneys constructed their paperwork, they made it their business to put in the initial beginning of the paperwork that this girl had lost her mother and had lost her father. Right there, they created a situation where this girl could say that she was under the duress, at the time of her signing anything or her even needing employment at the time.
I mean,
so
the way she met Vince was just as silly as the way these females say they met R. Kelly. It was just as dumb, just as mind-boggling. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, you met in the house?
Somebody in your apartment building told you that they know somewhere where you can get a job at, and you end up somehow who just randomly know Vince McMahon that lives in an apartment building that regular people live in. Like, I mean, not saying it's impossible, but you know what I mean? That's just like me.
Vince got a mansion, goddammit. Vince is a billionaire, so that's another thing that ain't adding up worth a damn. Vince McMahon in an apartment. Vince McMahon has been working in Connecticut and living in Connecticut in his mansion for fucking years. So what the fuck are you talking about? And if that was his apartment, it was a honeycomb hideout that I'm sure he didn't want nobody to know about.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they want to sit up here and you got these millionaires, these people that's doing all of this shit and making all these strides, but you making it seem like they're the stupidest motherfuckers on the planet. Like you doing all this shit to cover and conceal, but you'll leave the back door open. You closing conference rooms, but you know that they can find cameras of her coming out, you coming out, and the person that they talking about coming out. I'm certain there's cameras all over that damn building.
What up, Trey? What up, Prince Charles? Man,
it's
a lot.
Building, it's a humongous corporate building, bro.
Man, it's a lot, bro. But this is what society is coming to, you know, and it's kind of making it us versus them. Like it's almost like a sex battle, men versus women. You know,
but what is a woman, man?
I mean that too. I mean, you don't. you don't really know like how to approach different situations. I mean, yesterday. Now listen to this. I want y'all to listen to this because I can't show it to y'all. I want y'all to listen to this right here. Yesterday I found this video, right? It was on Facebook, and I took it. But I want you to listen to what this girl say. This woman says she flew a guy out to come see her. And I want you to hear what she had to say. Hold on, let me get to it. Here we go. I'm trying to find it, y'all. Just bear with me. Because this is crazy. What more of this story you're gonna hear is this lady, she was mad with this guy. She said the guy flew her out. She flew the guy out to come see her. It was mad because the guy wouldn't have sex with her.
Oh shit. Coochie probably stunk.
See.
She probably musty booty.
I'm trying to get y'all bear with me. Just bear with me. What up, everybody that's coming in? And yeah, let me I'm gonna invite some people up. You know what I'm saying? If I know you, you know,
Oh
we
yeah,
gonna be cool.
I'm in here frying it up, boy. This chicken out, this bird looking good. Fuck it, I'm gonna show y'all, motherfucker. Look at that pretty ass piece of chicken right there. Y'all see that shit?
Oh, that boy getting it
fry
in.
Fry the fuck out of them wings. That's one of my things, man. If you're a female and I talk to you and I come over your house and you don't know how to fry no motherfucking chicken, we might as well cancel everything.
Yeah. I'll probably cut this off because it ain't work. All right, here you go.
So how would y'all feel?
Can y'all hear that?
How would y'all feel if y'all flew a dude out?
It's a little iffy.
And you don't want to fuck.
Hold on. Hold on, man. Hold on, y'all. I need y'all to hear this, right? I honestly need y'all to hear this woman and what she got to say.
So how would y'all feel?
What up, everybody that's coming in? Now, this woman right here had me tripping. She mad at the dude. She mad at the guy. She said she flew him out to come see her. And yeah, this shit gonna crack you up, bro. Y'all just bear with me, man, because for some reason, this shit acting like it don't want to play. What up, though? Let me see. I'm gonna get it on the stream.
Oh yeah, Darlene, and check it out. That ain't no deep fry, none of that shit. That's on top of the stove.
Hey y'all, I'm gonna get it on the stream for y'all real quick. I'm gonna put it on the stream so y'all can see this shit. She did now. What I'm gonna show y'all now. This female is finna get mad at this guy because she flew him out. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to see. I'm looking forward to see what these oral arguments are going to be like. You know, just just to entertain it. You know.
Man, we need our king back. The R&B castle in the kingdom is vulnerable. Shit. What's going on, Charlie God? How you doing? What's up?
Yeah, it's uploading. Once it get uploaded, I'm gonna let y'all see this shit. Y'all finna be tripping. Like this female was so serious about like she was pissed off at the dude. You know what I'm saying? Because the dude, like, you know what I'm saying? He like telling her he ain't on that type of time.
Man.
And she mad as hell. Also, also when I was going away, I did see the they was trying to come at Robert about a $10.5 million judgment. Something that had to do with Don Russell or whatever. And man, that just amazed me too with Don Russell, man. This character, man. You know, a lot of this stuff, you know, as time progressed and time continued to move forward, um, a lot of it, man, I sit back and I just ask myself, like, how could one person be so involved with so many fucked up individuals? Like, everybody around you have hidden agendas or different motives or, you know, different things that they're trying to achieve for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, if you're an artist, and especially R. Kelly, he wasn't a group, he was a solo artist. You know, we need to make sure the artist is able to stay performing and, you know, making music out on the streets. You know, that means we don't need to be around the artists, you know, committing crimes that could jeopardize the artist. And like I always say, man, we don't ever advocate to say that nobody is innocent, nobody is guilty. But what we do advocate for is some shit that don't make sense. And when I look at shit that don't make sense, I'm talking about like, dude, say you heard the song "I Admit" on your way back to California, and you turned around. So, do you understand how stupid that sound? You heard the song "I Admit" on your way back to California. You turned around and came back to Chicago. Now your ass sitting in jail. Like, make that make sense.
Say, wish you hadn't heard that motherfucking song. Shit.
You say you heard the song "I Admit," so you turned around and came back. So now you should feel like a stupid motherfucker because what you got yourself involved in had you knew nothing about.
Yeah, it was bigger
You
than
knew nothing about. But you know, I got it on here. I got it on here. You know, I keep it on me. I keep it on me. Where you at, man? I know his big head ass on here somewhere. Here you go.
Please. He said he's not the manager, but he was introduced on the news and all the media outlets as his manager, but he is his, you said you're his advisor?
And consultant, exactly.
You're his current advisor and consultant. So when R.Kelly got locked up, there was you talking to the press, and there was Steve Greenberg, who was also talking to the
how I became involved with his career was I heard the song I Admit. And at the time I was headed back out to California. I've got businesses out in California that I was going back to re-engage with. And I heard the song and I'm like, that can't be for real. I mean, I heard rumors about, his money and his financial situations, but when somebody's
not really.
Boy, that nigga. I don't know what was up with Don Russell.
Sorry about that. Now y'all really have to think about this. This man say, I got involved with. He said how I got involved with his career was when I heard the song I Admit. I Admit came out in July of 2018. Where the fuck was he at for the other 28 years?
Nowhere.
Where was he at for the other 25 years? Where was he at? He missed 25 years of the man's whole damn career.
That nigga lying.
You missed 25 years of this man's career, but you costing him $10.5 million.
You drove your ass down there because your mama called you, nigga.
But if y'all could think back to when the indictment came out, and in the paperwork they read when his mama was telling him, you have made another move without Robert's permission. And what did he tell his mama? Well, I've been trying to call him, but he won't answer for me. The mama told him, Robert don't want to talk to you.
Nah, because you fucking off his money. You talking too goddamn much. You making yourself out to be bigger than what the fuck you are in this man's life, causing problems.
You causing more problems.
Causing problems. Don Russell need, you know what I'm saying? He some people in this situation is exactly where the fuck they're supposed to be. For playing. You know what I'm saying? You out here playing. And they done played with this man's life. I mean, it's crazy how stories can make not a lick of sense. But people will latch on to that bullshit, man. Like people latched on to Don Russell and shit. And he straight bullshit the whole time. And I don't blame nobody because, like I said, everybody was looking for answers, man. I don't blame people for that shit. But, when you find out, when you know better, you do better. So we know good and damn well Don Russell ain't shit. I've been knowing that shit because that shit was really weird. No comment, motherfucker. You ain't commenting like that. The only person that's supposed to be commenting on what's going on with this man is his fucking attorney. Shit, he ain't even really supposed to be commenting on the shit. But yet all of a sudden out of nowhere, here come a nigga Don Russell, motherfucker you ain't never heard of on a song. Nothing. I heard nothing about this nigga. Don't know nothing about this dude.
You ain't gonna hear nothing about Don Russell on no song, man. Cause
I know.
He say him and Kels used to tap dance. They used to tap dance together back in the L,
No, he used to tap dance on Bojangles ass nigga. Shit.
Man, this dude have done so much damage though. When you think about it in this totality, what he's done when it comes to when it comes to him trying to call himself helping. If that's the type of helping you provide, motherfucker, I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, if you with me and I'm fighting somebody and you grabbing me, well, motherfucker, you hurting me more than you helping me. Grab the motherfucker that hit me.
This nigga done came into this man's life and was Tim the Toolman Taylor and shit. Fucking shit up.
Fucking it all up, bro.
Cause you ain't fix shit.
No, he didn't. I mean, what was there to fix? That motherfucker act like Kel's life was a goddamn a broke down car or something.
Right.
We ain't fix shit. I'm trying to get this video up for y'all, man. Cause for some reason when I tried to play it, it wouldn't play the sound. But I got it, man. Y'all gonna see this shit is hilarious, man. This female, man, she went too far. You know. You say I don't see. I'm looking. Oh, it ain't. I ain't got it up there yet. Bless it. It's uploading. It's uploading to the Let me see. Yeah, man. So you know, like we were saying though, a lot of stuff is finna start. A lot of stuff is about to, kick off within the case of R. Kelly, and these are going to be some critical months right here that's coming up. With everything that's coming up, it's going to be some critical time, with February and March with R. Kelly, or with these oral arguments, by Jennifer, to see what's going to be her angle, what is she going to attack, different things like
the
that.
Rico? The Rico?
And that's the other thing, like, with so much going on and so much happening, I feel like we could have been making a lot of progress with, as far as educating ourselves on the facts about what really took place in this case. Even though we speak on it a lot, we speak on a lot of the things that we saw transpire. But the more and more you go over this stuff, the more and more you go over the paperwork, the more and more you read the messages, the texts and the text messages and different things like that, then the more a lot of it started to make sense. It's like one of those things that you have to, how a good movie, like with a good movie, you watch it for the first time, then you wait a couple of days, you watch it again, and the second time you watch, you be like, damn, I didn't even see that the first time. Mm-hmm. You catch. So the more and more you go over it, the more and more things that you find out, or more things stick out that probably didn't stick out the first time when you went over it, So it's critical, man. I believe this is gonna be one of those cases that go down, depending on how this case go. It's gonna be one of those case studies that these people gonna be studying this case, like, for research. Like, damn, like, because with the amount of things that transpire within this case, like, it's gonna be talked about for a long time.
What happened with the R. Kelly case? It caused a constitutional issue in the country. It really did. It actually pulled the veil off of corruption in the DOJ, in the Department of Justice, period, the judicial system. That's one of the reasons why Trump can really come at them so hard. And Trump ain't saying shit that we ain't been saying. It's a two-tier justice system. We've been saying that shit.
Mm-hmm.
They go after who
Okay.
they want. They go exactly after who they want by any means. They figured out that the easiest means to put a person in jeopardy is to charge him with a fucking RICO. It's easy money. They've been allowing Fannie Willis to do this shit with RICOs for a couple years now. Her time is up.
Mm-hmm.
Her time is up. She done did everything that she could. They pushed her out here to fuck with the president, and look what happened to her. She wasn't clean. Y'all pushed a dirty motherfucker out there that wasn't clean.
Well, you know how they do though. They gonna use a black, person to do the dirty work, to be the face of the dirty work. So if it don't go the way that they envision it going, then the black person gonna be the one who take the fall. The
Absolutely.
black person life is who life is gonna be exposed. It's the black person who gonna take the majority of the blame. And you look at this shit. I mean, when you look at most of the fucked up shit that's actually been going on in this world over the course of, over the course of the last 5 to 10 years, man. You look back, why do the Rainbow Coalition got the type of power that they got, or the movement that they got? It was a black man sat there and allowed certain things to transpire for them to have what really just gave them their way. And now here it is. You can't even say nothing. You have to watch what you say, because all of a sudden you say one word, it's hate speech. How am I speaking hate speech when I'm just speaking how I feel, the way where I stand at as a man? You know what I'm saying? But no, you can't talk like that. You can't say that this is gonna hurt this person, it's gonna hurt that person. Man, I saw here on TikTok, they got some motherfucker on there called Miss Netta. The whole fucking man on TikTok, and this thing got on there talking about somebody hurt their feelings by making a joke about you, but you on here a whole man with the name Miss Netta. That don't offend you?
It does. My thing is this. We've allowed for so much. And trust me, the majority of society know this shit is wrong. But the majority of society has been silenced by the minority of society. There is no way that you can tell me that we got a living Bible that has all the rules in it, all the basic instructions. And you telling me that I'm wrong because I feel like that the LGBTQ community shouldn't be flaunted in a child's face? We got a whole living Bible. This is actually in that Bible considered an abomination. Literally considered an abomination to God, to the creator of this earth that we inhabit, in this country that we live in. So you got people on this Democratic side that really want you to stray and go away from what God intended. You can kill a baby at 8 months. It don't matter. Fuck who you wanna. It don't matter. Take hormone pills. Change yourself up. Don't matter. Only thing that matters is that you're able to be everything that you want to be and flaunt it in people's face. And then when they say something about it, you can get an attitude. That's a mental disturbance. You're mentally disturbed if you can sit up here as a man, call yourself Miss whatever the fuck, with a mustache and a fucking beard, and when somebody call you a fucking dude, you get pissed. That's dumb. Shave all of that shit off then.
Same thing. I sat there and I said, I'm like, man, how you on here talking about you bullying me, this, then the third, but like we see that you are a man, you know what I'm saying? So, like at the end of the day, I'm like, well, this shit, I say this is so crazy how what the world has come to. You know what I'm saying?
Convoluted logic.
It makes no sense to me, man. It makes no sense to me that you sit there and you play victim because a man, call you out about whatever. But it's and at the same time, it's a community. It's a community for that. Why bring it into a community where people over here just want to live a regular life? You know what I'm saying? We just want to do regular shit, live a regular life, outside of that. But it's a community for that type of activity that welcomes it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because then again, it's all about acceptance. You want to be accepted. Everyone wants to be accepted. By the masses. Everybody want that shit. But there's certain things that you got to do in order for your acceptance to be valid. I'm not going to accept no bullshit. And that's what people are trying to get us to accept nowadays. Straight bullshit.
Yeah. Well, they don't care. They don't care, man. It's just a simple fact that, they're going to put it in your face and tell you, deal with it. If you don't like it, do something about it.
And you know what, Big Vi, we sit here every time we get on a live, man. And it seems to me like we always discovering something. Just about society or people or how things are going. But it's amazing to me. Like I said, I mean, I might end up, if you don't mind, I want to present something to you because I want to show, because I'm able to present on your stuff. So I got something that I want to show y'all in a minute, and it's crazy as hell. Just the way that
I got this video too. I'm finna show y'all about the girl, you know what I'm saying, what she did, man.
Yeah.
What she did to the guy, you feel me? Now y'all check this out, man. Check this out.
So how y'all feel if y'all flew? Wait, because how would y'all feel if y'all flew a dude out? Wow. Spent $2,300 for his plane ticket, and he don't even want to fuck.
Right, like listen. I didn't come here to have.
Like,
I appreciate you. Listen, I don't just have sex with people on the first day.
Okay, but it's been a few hours. Like we didn't watch movies, we Netflix and chill.
Vibe out, get to know each other more.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to vibe out. Like,
come on, man.
Who just want to sit and with a dude?
Like, Nick, I'm trying to get lifted. Freaking plane, bro. Are you serious? Like, you really tripping about that?
I didn't spend my money for nothing.
I'm saying, like, why are you trying to like come at me because I don't want to have sex with you?
Because like, what's your problem? Like, is it little?
I want to have sex with you. What you mean?
Are you ashamed? Like, it's okay. Like, I don't mind. I didn't have little.
Wow, that's why. Don't do that to me. Seriously,
that's weird.
Like, don't do that to me. Like, don't. I ain't have to come out here. I thought we was gonna get to know each other. Maybe go on a nice little date. But you
get to know each other.
That's wild to me.
Go on a date.
That's all you thinking about, man. You made me wish
I need to know what that like before I even go on a date. Like,
wow, listen, how about this? How about I get your money back?
I'm not gonna play with you. Like, you want me to go on a date, spend all this, waste my time, and I get up in here and you're probably little. Like,
how about I get your money back? Because I'm not gonna go back and forth about.
Give my money back. Why didn't you just pay for your ticket then?
Back because I thought you said you wanted to fly me out. All right.
And I did.
All right. So how about this? I'm gonna cash up your money back. All right. And you do that shit with somebody else because you're not finna make me.
Man, what's your thoughts on that, man?
Bro.
Now, you see this shit?
Bro. That shit right there is motherfucking crazy, dog.
Now look at what J Town say. But if it was the other way around, it's the R. Kelly word. It's the R word. Shaking my head. You see what I'm saying? Now she mad at this dude because he ain't trying to smash her. She talk about she trying to get lifted. All this other shit. What up, Frankie? She saying she trying to get lifted. She said she ain't bought no nigga no ticket for him to fly to come see her, and they just
she said, "You gonna give me, nigga? You finna." Oh no, hey, nigga, you
do like shit. I get your money back. You go get you somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to do that. She say she said before we go on a date and spend time, I need to know if the you know
if the penile is about
dude. You know what I'm saying? It's real life shit that go on. You see the shit that we as men are up against. Now, in that situation, I can honestly look at that situation and say, well, potentially she can get mad enough to when dude give her the money back and he leave, she can call and tell the police that fucking thing and dude ass finna go to jail.
Man, in that order,
because she wasn't satisfied.
In that order, nigga, and I think that should be happening too. But when the dick wasn't good, rape. Shit. Good Lord, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? That's why I try to kill a motherfucker. I might go to jail one way or the other. If I'm gonna go to jail, it's gonna be because I piped your ass stupid.
Everything being said is alleged on here right now.
I promise you, look, ain't no alleged about it. If you can, I'm gonna try to look. I'm knocking wigs off. Now you can get mad, press charges, but I'll get you another wig. I'm gonna get your like Dream saying that one song. I'm gonna get your shit fixed. We gonna sweat it out.
Frankie say, "Oh my God, send her back. Send her back her money. You should want to get to know him, or should have said." This is for
she said, I need to see. Right. She's like, I need to see what it do, nigga. What it do.
Right.
What
right. But honestly, this is the climate that we're living in. And women it's a lot of females out here like her that's very aggressive, straightforward, no lie.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the end, if the guy is on what he on, then he get criticized, he get ridiculed, he get put on Facebook and talked about on all social media platforms. His life get destroyed. The same thing we seen with the young kid in North Carolina, I think it was, when the female was mad because the guy didn't want to have, he didn't want to be in a relationship with her no more. And she put it out that the guy had HIV or AIDS. And he was going around spreading and put this man's life in danger. Had people in front of this man's mama house threatening to kill him. This man literally had to go and take a test, go get tested, and post his results up online for the world to see that this man did not have HIV or any of that. And all this female said was, I'm sorry. She should have went to jail, bro. She should have got locked up. She should have been locked up. They should have locked her ass up. Because what if somebody would have killed that young man? All based off of her lies. See, this is where we at right now. You got women out here understanding. They're understanding the power that they have when it comes to the police, to the system, so that they can use it to play against they can use it for their advantage. Threaten you. If you leave me, I'm going to call the police and tell them you did this. If you don't want to have sex with me, I'm going to call the police and tell them you did this. Now, as a man, you put in a situation where you trying to do whatever you think you need to do to get out of this situation. Honestly, depending on how it's based on how the female feel. If she feel like she want to call the police, she gonna call the police. If she feel like she want to say you did, she gonna do that.
And you know what fucked up about the whole damn thing, man? I done seen dudes get they privilege to carry a weapon taken away from them, all type of shit because a female got mad. My brother, same shit. Motherfucker he couldn't carry no fucking pistol on him because he got into a domestic with a motherfucker, and they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, love life, that's a crime. She admitted to buying a dude ticket, having him fly out to where she was at. She wanted to have sex with him, but he ain't want to have sex with her. He wasn't going.
She roasted that man. She berated that man. Shitted on him. Told him he had a little dick. Everything.
You see what I'm saying? This is what men have to deal with when they deal with a woman who's not satisfied.
And you know what? People think it's crazy because I think about at my age, songs pop up in my head when we get to talk about shit like this. Snoop Dogg ain't shit but hoes and tricks. There's still some bitches out here and some hoes and tricks. Don't ever get it twisted. Every woman is not a woman of virtue. Don't you ever get it twisted. These motherfuckers can sit up here and say some shit, make you believe this bullshit and it's crazy because how in the hell are you even able to believe some of the shit that these people are shoving down these people's throats? It's like, you really gonna sit up here and you're gonna believe all of this, man? It's crazy to me. It's like, I don't understand. Like,
but you understand it. You understand it because what are they doing? They are attacking the emotions.
Right.
They're attacking the emotions.
Right. And eventually they tell on themselves and they tell you what it was all about, and they'll show you what it was all about, bro. Just like with Azriel, she showed you that it was all about that cash, that dollar, man. She showed you. She told us.
Yeah, this one I'm trying to go. This woman right here ain't off the hook. She facing jail time. Where is she at? Trying to find her. Whereas this woman came on here about a month ago. It was around about December when she came out here talking about the man hit her upside the head with a brick.
Yeah, I remember that buzz.
Yeah, but come to find out, she was lying. She going to jail. Let's get to it. She go to jail, man.
Man, the shit crazy.
She finna go her funk ass to jail. Hold on, let me go right here. You know how we do it. But you can't go out here doing this shit, man. But this is what they want us to do. They want us to believe all women.
Ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this? I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody. Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, "What are you gonna do?" And I told all these men, like, "Yo, why this man got a brick on my face?" And he's holding a brick, and all these niggas is watching, and nobody does nothing. And he hits me in my face, and then they're all just watching, and they let that nigga get in the floor. How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women? Have I ever done?
Now, this woman sat there, made this whole video crying, saying, all y'all niggas sat there and watched this man hit me upside the head, upside the face with a, and didn't do nothing. Just to find out that she lied about the whole situation.
Man, look. It's amazing to me that that's what we deal with in this world. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, you got your fair use up. I was hoping you did. Because I want to show some shit, man, real quick. These females ain't shit in certain areas. Not all, just some. I'm not, I was putting together some shit. Like I said, Big Van, I'm working on some shit. So I'm trying to get, get some shit together. But I'm finna show something if I can, real quick.
Yeah, he go up thing. What up? They say a woman who claims she was attacked by a man with a brick charged with felony theft by deception. Ain't that what these accusers of R.KELLY should be charged with?
Yes, sir.
All of them that receive money?
Yes, sir. You would think that's the way it's supposed to go. Good evening, everybody in the chat. Yeah, Darlene, I'm at work right now, so I can't really flow like I want to. But I just wanted to step in and say something real fast. Just greetings. Apologize to nephew for not coming in on time. Provoke, you had a live the other day, and I wasn't able to step in. So
it's all good, baby.
Apologize for that. But after you show what you want to show, I got something I want to mention. I want to quote a scripture and then summarize in a few seconds a story that ties into what y'all talking about, and then I'm gonna reel back. So
all right,
you go ahead.
So of course y'all know on my channel, my thing is to tie all of this shit together, man. We got, like I said, we seeing a few more white folks, we got black folks, but the victim, the game is the same. The players is just changing, but the game is the same. Okay. And I want y'all to peep game on what it's really all about and how the media is letting you know, and they playing right in your face.
You've talked about using some of Trump's money that you're about to get to help shore up women's rights. Do you know what that might be, what that might look like?
Yes, Rachel. Yes.
Tell me.
This is my production too.
Such great ideas for all the good I'm going to do with this money. First thing, Rachel, you and I are going to go shopping. We're going to get completely new wardrobes, new shoes, motorcycle for Crowley, new fishing rod for Robbie. Rachel, what do you want? Penthouse? It's yours, Rachel. Penthouse and France? You want France? You want to go fishing in France? No? Oh.
Now think about that. Don't that sound like enticement?
Just wait till I make this quote. Boy, I'll tell you, the spirit is working right now.
Let's keep it rolling.
All right. Okay. That's a joke.
We just walked out to the OJ's for the love of money. which is the theme song of The Apprentice, and that's connected to the fact that you know who has to pay money, 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 money.
So check it out, man. That's really what it's all about. I'm gonna get my little splash off this man's page real quick. Give me a second. But for real, man, that's what it's all about. It's about that money. And you see, that wasn't a victim we looked at. Did you see a victim?
Nope.
You saw somebody literally on live television try to holler at the ankle woman and coerce her on trips. And I'll buy you a crib with the 87 mil that you just 83.2 mil, whatever you got, or you think you about to get. But that right there is gonna get you caught up. You out here bragging and boasting and talking about you gonna do this is what you doing for women. Oh, shit. This shit is crazy, man. What happens when people get emboldened? They tell on themselves. When they feel like they got the game already won, then they come out and start telling you plays and shit. Oh, well, you know, I run the post route every time, and they give me a touchdown every rip. So now you got to looking for the post route. Okay. I count to 5, and then I bounce outside the pocket. Okay. Shut your fucking mouth. Because now you letting us know that, you know, all your ass got to do. And it's so crazy because when she was saying all of that shit, those two ladies sitting next to her were her attorneys, and they was looking shook. Like, what are you saying? And at the end of it, the lady was like, she's just kidding. Oh, no, she wasn't playing. She was shooting a shot and told on herself. It's amazing to me how we sit up here and we watch these people try to deplete people so they can get what they want. They literally deplete people to get what they want. Try to take your money from you so that they can weaken you financially to get convictions. I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's absolutely ridiculous. You know, and, you know, like it's injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We can't not care about what we see over here so focused on over. We got to fight this shit from all angles, because the thing about it is when they breach a higher person, it gets to a lower person and then a lower person. And then next thing you know, that shit knocking on your door. So we actually are at a point in time, man, and we've been at that point for a minute. We've been at that point. That's why we all stuck here in the R. Kelly fight in the trenches, battling, trying to get him out and get us out. We don't want to continue to have to talk about free R. Kelly. We really don't. I don't want to constantly say that shit. I don't want to constantly fight with motherfuckers knowing that rights have been violated and nobody seems to care. Because that's pretty much what it is. Nobody really seems to care on a full scale of things. Because if more people cared, this shit wouldn't even happen. If more people gave a damn, but the thing about it was, we got bamboozled and hoodwinked while at the very beginning of the fight. At the very beginning, we got knocked out with bullshit and scandal and motherfuckers calling people's jobs and they he supports pedophilia and all of this and look at this content and getting people fired from their jobs and shit. Nobody stayed focused. No one.
That's the biggest. That's the big thing is the focus part, man. When you at war, you gotta stay focused, man. You know, any little distraction can cost you your life. You know what I'm saying? Any little distraction can cost you your life. So the price of staying focused is staying alive, man. Staying free.
I mean, but if you sitting up here and you marching down the field and you got the same goal in mind, but you can't stop fighting with the motherfucker next to you. They put us against each other so they could focus on the bullshit that they was putting the bullshit. They was able to put their shit together because they was distracting us and had us fighting one another.
Yeah, and it's the ultimate fight is to have us fighting one another. Now the worst fight we thought the worst had came, and that was us fighting each other. And now they have made it to where also as a black man, you don't have to worry about another black man. You got to worry about the black woman too.
Right. You know, because
you got to worry about the women in general. And when you dealing with certain, and when you reach a certain level, but like I always think it's when you reach a certain level, it's just those obstacles that come with it. You know, when you down here on the surface, they're not really caring because you're nobody. But once you become somebody of relevance, then here comes all of a sudden the goddamn janitor lady. You know what I'm saying? They find anybody to bring you down.
It's easy to find something.
None of our great organizations was took down by people of another race. It was always by our own people who was willing to. What movie I always watch? I watch it a lot, but I actually went back and read the story of Brother Fred Hampton and understood how this black brother who got caught stealing, you brought down a whole organization because you didn't want to go to jail for the crime you committed. And you brought down a whole organization.
And you weren't even going to be gone that long.
Then you sit your ass 5 years after that and you go in here and then you couldn't live with yourself, so you committed suicide. Because of your conscience ate at your ass, because what you didn't just stop the rise of a black messiah, you stopped the rise of a nation.
Yeah, screw this
come on with it, man.
Screw this whole people over, you know what I'm saying?
You fucked up generations to come with what you did as a black man. Every time we try to move forward, and it happens to all of our greats, man. They always, man. I cannot unplay what Eddie Griffin said. None of our black celebrities that are great leave out of the game without an asterisk by their name. They did something, and they all got the one something in common. They all have been charged with the R word. You go from Kobe, Mike, Bill, Kels, Sam Cooke. Imagine how many that we didn't hear about.
Man. And if it ain't
and the ones that we didn't hear about were the ones who offered to work for them people.
And if it wasn't that, then they took you out like a junkie.
That's it. That's it, man. So we sit here. Go ahead, bro.
I'm just saying it's just a crazy connotation when you think about it and you look at it, man. It's not like Usher ain't out of the woods, nigga. Like,
no.
Shit. R. Kelly got fucked over at the night of the motherfucking Olympics where he sung the world's greatest. That's when all the fuckery started. You know, and So that shit don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? And Muse, you know how I am. Don't be surprised if don't shit pop off. As far as Usher's concerned, behind that Super Bowl performance, don't be surprised if you don't hear shit about some female. That's how they roll. The game don't change, just the players. Shit, instead of trying to take a crown from somebody that you don't deserve to take it from, you might as well realize the heavy is the head. That.
But what did he sacrifice, or what did he give up when his allegations came out?
That booty hole. Coughed it right up.
He did something for it to just go away. They still fuck with Cuba Gooding Jr. for years.
Right.
How all of a sudden you get faced with allegations like that, from them type of allegations to the goddamn performing at the Super Bowl? Make that shit make sense.
They made it seem like the R.KELLY will bone anybody. Triple neck Lanita Carter, Tiffany Hawkins.
Man, look, bro, that's another thing I was gonna speak on too. And what I want people to understand, and what I need for everybody to take into consideration, man. We have seen, just a second. Yeah, we've seen on countless occasions, man, where it is that people, with cases like R.KELLY, they'll go to trial, and they'll get X amount of time, and you see that. Just hold on, just a second. Yeah, but like I was saying, a defendant to go to trial, whatever happened during the trial, he'll get his time. But I never see you come out and charge somebody, and y'all saying that these cases with Robert was involving, sexual assault, sexual abuse, whatever the situation may have been, and he go through 2 trials. And basically, he got 30 years, 31 years. You got 30 years ran concurrent with 1 year added. Then you just dropped the other case that had 4 or 5 women. You just dropped they shit. Like, that right there, that it just doesn't sit right with me. You just dropped, you saying that the man committed these crimes, and as soon as the federal cases were over with, y'all just dropped the case with these other women, didn't even take it to trial, but these women y'all say they were victims. They were the women who started the whole goddamn campaign. What do you mean by that? Just a second. When I say you just dropped the whole goddamn case, you just dropped the case.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Tomorrow morning, counsel for Mr. Robert Kelly is scheduled to appear in court over the indictments that we brought forth nearly 4 years ago, charging him with 10 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse involving 4 victims. I'm here to inform you that the Cook County State's Attorney's Office will no longer be pursuing these indictments.
Dude, I just can't make sense of that. I can't make sense of that. Ten counts, and you just drop it, so we're not gonna even entertain it. Oh, we're gonna get justice for these women. So I guess these women were more important than them women. Or is it all women?
You gets no shot at restitution and none of that shit that the other chicks that got.
You gotta make, but these women were supposed, we talk about victims, right? So you just told these women pretty much fuck y'all. They pretty much told them, fuck y'all, we gonna deal with them. What was it that Kim Fox did not want to do? The reason why she dropped that case, she did not want to get exposed, man. You would on the Fed, it's a difference when you're dealing with the feds and when you're dealing with state.
You see what just happened to Fannie Willis?
It's a big difference.
She got exposed on the state level.
And then you on that state level, you got to come with that proof. You got to have concrete evidence. See, and I've heard people say this. They say, well, in a federal trial, hearsay is admissible. Versus state, you have to really prove that this man done the things that you said he done. Now, you got a woman sitting here saying this man spit in her face 9 times. You mean to tell me you sat your ass there the whole time? My favorite Tommy Hilfiger shirt. But you done sued the man for $750,000 already from his bullshit ass manager and Susan Logan. But see, this is the thing. What these, see, you can have, God would allow you to have something. God would bless you with something. But once you become greedy, that's when you commit the sin. Just because there's food in there doesn't mean you can go and pig out.
Right, you gotta have some
self-control, man. You gotta have some self-control. Now, for me, for people to say that this man did what he did, if you was trying to put this man away the way that Michael Avenatti and other people advocated that they was trying to put this man away, why do you drop a case charging him with 10 counts of sexual assault? When you want me as a prosecutor, if I'm bringing forward that case, hey, RK, he done right there. Oh, he done over here. Okay, bring him here. Yeah, we're gonna add some more to that. If anybody, you gotta, I don't care how you feel about the situation. When you hear this right here, it should make you question what the fuck was really going on. You hear the woman say it.
Good afternoon. Tomorrow morning, counsel for Mr. Robert Kelly is scheduled to appear in court over the indictments that we brought forth nearly 4 years ago, charging him with 10 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse involving 4 victims. I'm here to inform you that the Cook County State's Attorney's Office will no longer be pursuing these indictments.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That would make me as a logical person, I have no other choice but to question that shit, man.
I mean, because that was the case that started it all. That was the linchpin.
That was it. That was the initial setup right there. Her bringing her case forward.
Yep. You know, the funny thing is, I saw that last year, the charges drop it. I'm like, I knew eventually them charges gonna get dropped no matter what.
And now they dropped the Minnesota case,
and they brought it back up for a civil.
They try to bring it back
for a civil suit.
Come on, man, you gonna drop the criminal case because this girl said she was 17 at the time and she got paid to strip. Then she said that they didn't have sex. He paid her just to strip for him. Then he left.
And she was a willing participant.
So what are you gonna charge him with? Oh, we gotta drop this. Oh, we're gonna come back on a civil case.
Yeah, because they know about that appeals coming up. That's why they're trying to get a civil suit now.
Oh no, and they actually realized that hell, it didn't take less than a year, and R. Kelly paid all the restitution.
Yeah, and then Sony put out the statements of how much money he's getting quarterly, and they see that the man's getting 500-some thousand every quarter. He got money sitting.
Yeah, because the government freezes assets so he wouldn't protect himself.
So a person like me, when I see shit like this, that shit just makes me question it all, man. A victim is a victim. I don't give a damn if it's on a federal level or a state level. A victim is a victim. You just told these women, we dropping the case, fuck y'all. You really have to dig into this shit.
But check it out though. You got to think about it. The Chicago indictment was the Michael Lavinati indictment. And you got to think about it. 90% of it is bullshit anyway.
Yeah, the original one.
Exactly what he said.
He said that.
It's bullshit anyway.
And 10% might be true or might not.
I mean, because you got to think about it. This man set up in our face and said, we got tapes from the 90s that is far more superior than the ones from the 90s. How the fuck did that happen?
That's a good question. How did he get those tapes, though?
Well, I tell you this, though.
Can it be from Barry Hankerson or somebody?
Could it be CGI? Could it be artificial intelligence? You never know.
I always go back to this, man. We do know for a fact that private investigator, he took the tapes, he took the alleged tapes, and he spliced and diced the tapes. And once you do that, that's pretty much called tampering with evidence. It says the government even admits that they received multiple versions of video one, and that some of them are altered and manipulated. Say HSI agent, that's Homeland Security agent, made digitized versions of some of the tapes, but did not explain what versions the agent chose or why those particular versions of the videos were chosen. So this agent took wherever he got these videos from, he took those videos and he took clips and he made his own video.
He piecemealed it together.
But
he was instructed to do that.
Right, and this is a critical point right here. And I'm gonna show y'all how they try to get around the double jeopardy part, right? They said, despite possessing the tape and having known about the allegations for decades, the government declined to bring charges. Indeed, it declined to do so on multiple occasions. See, they try to bring charges on 10/3/2005, they closed the case. They tried to come back and recharge him again on 5/31/2018. They closed the case again about the same tape.
Because there was nothing to charge him with at the time.
Instead, it did nothing while being fully aware the allegation and possessing evidence for decades. As a result, they let substantial pieces of evidence get lost. The tape number 4 that's supposed to show Jane Doe in Chicago, it was never even, they lost the tape. It was never even in court. So what did she verify? What did she verify? These are questions. If tape number 4 was never shown, never brought up, what did she verify?
Only she can answer that question.
Oh, here we go right here. This is from the transcript. Video 4 is real. It was filmed by this man sitting right over there. Video 4 is the one video prosecutors don't have to show jurors. And that was the video from the 2008 trial.
Is that the one with Jack Palladino was in, right? The private investigator for the early trial.
What up with it, Malik? That was supposed to be the videotape with what's her name? Derek.
Rashana.
Section 8. Section 8.
Rashana.
Yeah.
Rashana
They said,
Landfair.
she'll verify. She'll verify. What did she verify if the tape that she was supposed to have been on was lost in evidence?
Yeah, and the thing is, man, but they have a picture of Rashana from 98 where she had braces. The girl in the tape didn't have braces. That's what people need to start really looking into. That girl didn't have braces in that tape. So obvious.
Yeah, I think at this point, the lawyers and the judges need to look into this shit. You know,
but they can't look at the original video because it was lost in evidence.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all blurry, honestly.
It was lost in evidence. So, we just people who have questions. And when we see things and we hear things, you can't tell us that a guy is a monster, but then you want to portray him as a monster on one situation, but then you go and drop a whole nother situation completely. You know what I'm saying? I would never understand why. I know I got an idea of why she did it, to save herself the embarrassment. But if you saying that this man did the things that you said he done in the streets of Chicago, why didn't you try to bury his ass to where he never get out? Ain't that what Mike Avenatti said?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He'll never see the light of day again. From him, those were Avenatti words.
Yep.
That motherfucker right there, like I said, and that's the dude. That's my shoestring, man, to tie R. Kelly and Donald Trump together, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's my shoestring. Like I don't see it no other way. Like this motherfucker was trying to run for president, bro. And
he was gonna do it off the backs of R.
Kelly and Donald
Trump. Off of R. Kelly and Donald Trump while taking advantage of suffering women in this world.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
he was finna ride Me Too right into the White House, man.
It was him to say, it was his campaign to say nobody gave a damn about black women and girls and all. That was his shit. He started that.
Yeah.
That was his narrative that he was finna run with.
And like I said, for him to jump off of the Donald Trump case, and then soon as surviving R. Kelly went off, you was right there. Like right there, you know, and talking about tapes and shit and saying shit that really, if you look back, it don't make no fucking sense. You know, you was just getting the hearsay from what you saw on Surviving R. Kelly and you bringing it, and then you done brought bullshit ass tapes that you probably done got from Larry or whomever the fuck else you was fucking with, you know,
Levi.
in the circle.
I mean, if there was ever even a tape, even if they were ever, even if it was ever any tapes, but I believe, see, people leave out the connection that the connection between Avenatti and Kim Fox was the fat ass Jim Derogatis.
Yeah,
he's the only one that has all the answers.
He has all the answers to the play,
but he won't do it.
The tape, the origin of the tape, because remember Sparkles came out and lied and said that a lawyer was she got to see the tape, you know, through a lawyer. But the lawyer came out and made a statement and said Sparkle was a goddamn lie. Nobody never gonna make me understand how did I pop a tape into my cassette and I call Derek and say, "Hey man, you need to come over here, man. This your niece." Now I never met Derek a day in my life. Only way I can know if this girl on this tape is possibly Derek's niece is if I was either told, coerced to say that or do that, or it's some other, or me and Derek has a relationship. But we know that Jim Derogatis didn't have no relationship with R. Kelly.
Oh no, he didn't. No, not even anyone in this camp.
So how did he knew to call Sparkles and have her to come identify the girl? How did he knew that was her niece?
That's a real good question.
Because you got to insert Barry Hankerson.
Exactly, bro.
That's when you got to insert Barry Hankerson.
But he's the one that put the tape out and gave it. He mailed it to Derogatis.
He had.
Did he mail it to Derogatis or did he hand deliver it? Because
Derogatis said in the interview with Sparkle that I received the tape from BH. So
he had the dude that sung on that song "Work It Like a Real Freak" steal that tape out of a locker. He stole his bag, the whole fucking bag, I believe. And gave it to Barry, and I'm assuming, you know what I'm saying, he did some fandangling or whatever. And I don't know where that dude came into play that was in court, the dude that had the tape.
Charles Freeman.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell he came into play, but I know that
it was all Lisa Van Allen people.
I know
Lisa Van Allen connection, Charles and Keith, them Lisa Van Allen people. See, they had two tapes running.
All I know is that whatever the fuck happened, that tape went platinum in the streets of Chicago and all surrounding areas, bro.
In LA.
That tape was every fucking well. And I paid my $10. And you know, that was right around the time the Loveland album came out. So it was serious underground chaos in the streets. And a lot of that was because of the simple fact that him and Barry Hankerson got into it, and Barry Hankerson felt like he owned this shit, owned this masters and all that shit. He got fucking fired. He felt like he owned that man. So he had that man.
Then after he got fired, then Sparkles got fired, remember? Because she wanted to she wanted to work with another producer, and Kel told her, well, if that's what she want to do, he not fucking with her. Then he dropped the ass. Once R. Kelly dropped her, then she went to Barry. And when she went to Barry, that's how they came up with this elaborate fucking idea, scheme, whatever, to pull this shit off that they pulled out to try and destroy this man.
Yeah, and I heard that Kels and Sparkle used to be in a relationship as well.
Of course.
That's what's the problem too, because he broke it off with her because she found out he was married.
Yeah.
He probably
But,
got time to look
but
at
how
all
you
the birds.
find out somebody married that you working with this man every goddamn day? You knew he was married when you start fucking with him.
Mm-hmm. And they were doing threesomes and shit.
And that's how you play victim, though, right? To act like you didn't know.
She knew.
Yeah, you can pull a couple of things out of there. But she got pissed off. The logical explanation is this. She tried to bring in her little producer. Tried to bring in her little producer that she was fucking because her and R. Kelly get parted ways because of, he found out he was married shit.
And she wanted to be Mrs. Kelly.
So she started dating Michael Huff or whatever. Her album was mildly successful. Only really had one hit song on it as far as mainstream. But she didn't have it. Sparkle didn't fucking have it.
Mm-mm. And no, the funny thing is, Sparkle was married to one of the members from Public Announcement.
Right. Now.
And her ex-husband was saying that her and R. Kelly screw around, but Sparkle never wants to talk about that.
Her and Kel got into it. She ended up signing the fucking Motown. Michael Huff produced her album. Her album was some hot fucking garbage. Trash, a dumpster fire. Now you mad at R. Kelly.
Because your career didn't go the way it went.
And you done linked up with Barry.
Linked up with Barry, Susan, Jim, Demetrius, Sparkles, and fucking Darren McDavid is the lawsuit scheme.
Yep.
Everybody had a part to play. It's the wheel.
They all came for a common purpose.
That's the real Rico right there.
I mean, you sit up here and you use this man and, getting caught up in mistake of ages all the time.
What's up, Cookie?
Riding all close to the fence and shit. And I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand, unless Planet, how a 17, 18-year-old can get near this man.
Mm-hmm.
Unless planted. Like, the man talk about going to bars and cigar lounges and shit and all that. Like, it ain't nothing, from what I gather, grown-ass women in that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
He talk about the club shit like he go frequent that bitch. And I would hope that it ain't no 17, 16-year-olds in that motherfucker.
And then you do that shit, and then like, you go back and listen to the interview with Ed Jensen, which was the lawyer at the time of his 2000, after his 2008, that was the one he had on retainer. Ed Jensen told R. Kelly to never work with any artist under the age of 18 again. Nobody. He said work with nobody under the age 18. All of a sudden, when Ed Jensen died, or whatever, in 2018, the man died. His body was filled with cancer. They went in there and interviewed the man on his deathbed and talking about he said R. Kelly was guilty, all this other bullshit. Man, come on, bro. This man pumped up with goddamn morphine, dying, and y'all want to interview him. Y'all that desperate to make a man look bad.
Shoot.
I tell people, you have to question shit like, how is it that Jack Palladino was killed? Linda Mitch was I ain't gonna say the word because they got new shit you can't do now. Jack Palladino was unalive. Linda Mitch unalive. Roshana's father unalive, and Ed Jensen unalive.
And that
all
was
these was key contributors in the man previous case. You got Jack Palladino walking out of his house and attacked by some random guys. Say they try to steal a fucking video, try to steal a picture camera from around his neck. He fell and hit his head on the concrete and died. You got, Linda Mitch, who was hit, ran over in broad daylight, backed over and ran over again, and the man fled the scene. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
This shit ain't by no coincidence, man. You got Roshana in 2019, right after this man went to prison. You go and put together a whole restitution package, and you take your goof ass to trial and tell these people you don't know if you ain't made your mind up yet. Don't you know paperwork is paperwork, black and white? Your goddamn lawyer sent over a fucking restitution package before the man ever even went to trial.
Well,
Please leave your message.
nephew Vac, can I ask you a question?
What's up, Mom?
You ever consider trying to reach out to Mr. and Mrs. Sinister Sam to see if
I didn't know.
they can be a guest on the panel?
I went on I left a couple comments on the couple of their videos trying to get in touch with those people, but haven't heard nothing back yet. But I know they was going through some stuff because they were being attacked on the other side. But you know.
Right. But when I mentioned when I'm hearing your fellas talk, I'm just thinking the stuff that he was laying out about the owners of the label, how the politics our politicians tie into that, the direction that they wanted the music to go, the changes that they was making in the industry. It provoked thought, following my train of thought, and I'm trying to see what's the common thread when you look at the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s of these artists who are at their top pinnacle, and how it flows all the way into Chaos coming on the scene, and how I'll probably leave J Rock with this, but how he kind of like took all of that, honored it, didn't desecrate it, but kind of reshaped it and redefined it, and even reached to grab some of the, you know what I mean, hit us in that era and resurrect their career, and then bridge the gap all the way to his age bracket, all the way up to the millennials. I'm trying to fall back and look at what type of threat him being an African American male at that pinnacle. He seemed like he was in the same type of position that Mr. Cosby was in when he was trying to purchase NBC and change the face of how we were viewed in our community. I yield back. I yield back.
See, the problem is that if you had given R. Kelly $1.5 billion
of his masters
and his masters, he would never have to work for any of these people again, and they would never be able to make money off of him again. It will be over with.
And that's why they had to create a narrative to make sure that he didn't get none of that.
Now, the thing about it is that R. Kelly is still a money generator, dude.
Yeah.
You put out an R. Kelly album now, people who love him, people who hate him.
Mm-hmm.
Go get that album, man. It'll get so many streams. It'd be ridiculous. It'd be ridiculous, you know, and especially if it's some undeniable hits, which I know that it's some in the vault.
Yep.
I know it is. Plenty of them in there.
Maybe that's why Sony got it on hold.
Plenty of them in that vault, man.
Mm-hmm. And the Isley Brothers used one of his songs too.
I mean, but he had already written it, and then Borderline was singing it on YouTube with Scottie Pippen and them, and it was hilarious to hear it. And I actually have that album, you know, the Isley Brothers got it on wax, and it literally say like Ron Isley and Ernie Isley wrote it, and I'm like, the devil is a lie.
That was, but the Isleys know who really wrote it.
Yeah, they did that shit on purpose so he wouldn't get no bread snatched. I already know they looked out for him on that shit.
Yeah, and that they gave him bread to make sure he had money on his books.
Right.
That's just like Drake had to pay him for sampling, and Drake only sampled like a little bit of his song.
What's the sample?
He sampled shit. I got it. It's on my page. Drake
And that's another thing too. Kale's been sampled more than 600 times.
Man, so many people sample that man music is ridiculous. It's hard not to. Shit, when he wrote all, he created all their music.
I mean, that dude was literally the 90s, like from 1992 on up till 2015. R. Kelly been that dude. It's crazy.
Yep.
It's crazy.
And the first rapper who sampled Kells was actually Biggie, I think, because you remember Unbelievable, that it's unbelievable in that song. You go hear Kells in that track.
I mean, R. Kelly only started losing momentum when Jive sold themselves to RCA.
Yep. And RCA is under Sony.
And RCA is under Sony, and they didn't promote him anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think about the Write Me Back album was cold.
Hella cold. I got it.
Feeling Single was an adult contemporary hit on its own. People don't even realize that song made it to Feeling Single made it to number one.
I was in high school.
One of my favorite songs, man. Yeah.
So I was 17 when that joint, 15 when that joint dropped. I was in high school, and it was a banger.
Yeah, Feeling Single. I'm like, okay, that's what's up. So when you look at it, it's like he only started losing steam because of lack of promotion, and then when he went back to the sexual guy, the next album he completely overdid it.
Oh, on Black Panties?
Yeah. He completely overdid it. Because that was what they was trying to force him to do, and it literally seemed forced.
Yeah. That's what Sony wanted from him.
It literally seemed like a forced album. Like, man, he don't want to really be doing this.
Yeah, and when the buffet came out, he started toning that down.
Yeah, and I was ready to see, because people don't even realize that the man was actually working on a blues album in a different persona.
Yeah, Provoke. Can you elaborate just a little bit when you mean he overdid it on the Black Panties album?
It was over sexualized.
Okay.
In my view.
Okay.
When I heard it, I mean, now don't get me wrong. Love my R. Kelly songs.
Yeah.
You know, and if you spread them songs out over some albums, I would have been cool with all of this shit.
Okay.
I mean, I'm talking about all of it, you know, every last song. But it was just like it was in such a microcosm of one album that you talk about legs shaking, throw money on you, show the pussy, marry the pussy, every position. What might as well go all the way.
Yeah. Well,
you know.
Yeah.
You know, what was it? What was it? Physical Genius was a great song to me.
Yeah.
Cookie Monster, which I feel like Cookies was his downfall because they used that music video to describe what went on in his house.
Right.
Period.
That's crazy.
They used that music video right there to try to describe what was going on in that man's house. That was the narrative, and I feel like that was on purpose. He don't create nor produce his own damn videos.
Man, it was that too, huh?
And that was one of them Illuminati. He had an Illuminati chain on, and one of them.
And he had that fur on too.
Yeah, so I felt like at that point in his career, he was trying to appease them people, but I mean, he still spiritually was in battle because of the fact that you got this man trying to keep up with everybody. When people,
and he was wearing the Illuminati little skirt too,
right?
When that goes around, yeah. But I believe that was forced.
That was a forced album.
Because ain't no way Kells would want to wear something like that.
Yeah, but that was a forced album to me, man. It just seemed like it was a bit much. Like I'm like that's nastier than 12 play, bro. And you in your 40s at that point. You're in your 40s, so it's like, can we kind of mature a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't on him. I don't believe it was on him. I don't believe that it was on him. I think that it was more of the creative control of what people were telling him that people wanted to hear, and he was able to deliver it, and he just over delivered.
Yeah,
that's just like in wrestling. They say like when a person punch you, they don't really punch you. You sell the punch. You sell it like they punch you. If they grab your finger and twist it, you make it seem like it's murder.
Yep.
And it's like, and you can oversell too. Like you can just a person punch you and then you just flop all over the ring, hit every turnbuckle, and then hit the ground. And then he looking like, man, I ain't doing that. I just tapped you. That's crazy.
So that's like The Rock overselling the stunner.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you got to think about he oversold. And that oversell was, you kind of, it was like the spirit was in the air with that. That's where you meet Azriel.
Mm-hmm. Her mama.
The mama and all of that. And you gave her some black panties and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That album was a motherfucker, man. I'm like that album there, bro. I don't know, man. It's just like it just didn't. The album cover itself, him in the middle of all of them females, man.
A lot of chocolate around.
It was like, it was a good look, but it wasn't a good look for Kells in his 40s and shit.
Yeah.
Sitting there grinning with all these chicks and shit. Like they use that against you in their mind. And I'm like, all you had to do was show Ann Donnelly album cover like that.
I want y'all to check something out, man. And this is another reason why. We question certain things, man. Now, this video you're gonna see on the stream. This is why we question Jim DeRogatis being involved in all of this, and Michael Avenatti as well.
We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point.
Hold on, let me take it back.
We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like.
Do y'all see where it say look up? Y'all see in this top corner, it say BuzzFeed right here?
Yep.
Who worked for BuzzFeed? Jim DeRogatis, right?
Yeah.
We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time.
Jordan Peele created this fake video of President Obama to demonstrate how easy it is to put words in someone else's mouth.
Moving forward, we need to be more vigilant with what we trust from the internet.
Not everyone bought it, but the technology behind such frauds is rapidly improving, even as worries increase about their potential for harm. This is your Bloomberg Quick Take on deepfakes. Deepfakes, or realistic-looking fake videos and audio, gained popularity as a means of adding famous actresses into porn scenes. Despite bans
Y'all hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Y'all hear that?
Mm-hmm.
gained popularity as a means of adding famous actresses into porn scenes. Despite bans on major websites, they remain easy to make, and looking fake videos and audio gained popularity as a means of adding famous actresses into porn scenes. Looking fake videos and audio gained popularity as a means of adding famous actresses into porn scenes. Despite
So if they can add people into fake porn scenes,
right?
How am I supposed to trust anything involving Jim Derrigotti? That's BuzzFeed Studios.
Mm-hmm.
Now we ask yourself a question: how did the tape have audio of someone saying this 14-year-old PUSSY?
Mm-hmm.
Derek has added that.
Who had the ability to do it? Who had the ability to add people add them into porn scenes?
Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Fluffy Jim.
Mr. The
Exactly.
The Pinata Farm originator, huh?
Man, that's it, bro. Man, this is why I have so many questions. This is why I have questions. This is why I don't run with the narrative when it comes to certain things. It's because I have proof that I can go back to and look and say, damn, this don't make sense, man. It don't make sense. It's so much shit that you can question versus so much shit you can't question.
Mm-hmm.
I did so much. Man, I go through my videos, over 600 videos. I know, man, I got so much information out there when it comes to this shit, bro. It's crazy, man. Just
it's
what these
crazy.
people are able to do. Then we ask yourself, like, well, Jim Derrigotti is always pleading the fifth. How you pleading the fifth and you the master? You are the centerfold. You are the transfer of this tape being transferred from one person to the police department.
Because since he took a plea to fifth, and if he was to get on the stand, he would have to reveal names: Barry Hickerson, Sparkle, Demetrius Smith. Like, what if that's why he kept pleading the fifth from the 08 trial and the recent trials? And if you really think about it, that's why he always pled the fifth.
Because he don't want to give. He said, now I'm gonna tell y'all why he said he plead the fifth, and I want y'all to catch this shit because it's real shifty. So y'all gotta catch it. They've been around. Yellow boy, I don't know how long you've been around, but this
27 years.
I'm talking since I've been doing the content. Let me show y'all what I had to turn the camera on for this shit. Jim Derrigotti said he didn't want to take the stand because he did not want to give up his sources.
Oh.
How can you give up sources when you claim that you received the tape anonymously? That means you don't know who gave it to you.
So you better start saying something.
Can somebody help me understand? You don't want to give up your sources, but you say you received the tape anonymously. Exactly. Who you giving up if you don't know who gave it to you?
Right.
You gotta
he
make
did say BH, but he did say BH, but didn't say his name.
I mean, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. I'm not the smartest person in the classroom, but I understand context when you speak.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to give up your source, but you tell us you received the tape anonymously. Then you come around to the Chicago trial. You don't want to take the stand because somebody shot your picture glass window out at your house. Then you come with another lie. You say you received the tape at home. You got a call while you was at home and say, go check your mailbox. And there was an envelope in there with a tape in it. Then you say you received the tape when you was at work. Which one was it? The inconsistencies within his story is the reason why I can't get jiggy with this shit. I got so many inconsistencies to point out versus going with what the people are saying that makes you question the shit that we are hearing, man.
Yeah.
How do you receive a tape in the mail and you have no connections, no relations to the people that you're dealing with, but you can call a woman named Sparkles and say, I need you to come down here and identify if this is your niece or not.
How did you find them?
How do you know?
Sure, people got to start
Where did you
connecting
get
them
that
dots.
information from? How did you get her number? You know how hard it is to find a motherfucker you don't know? I know Derek, but I can't just come to his house right now.
Yeah.
I know Derek, and I can't pull up at his house. So how the hell you find a motherfucker you don't know? Unless you did know.
Sure, all
This
comes
was
to
the
one.
script. It was the script. It was the play, man. It was all orchestrated, man. The only way this shit can play out is if it was already predetermined to happen this way.
That's a good question, Vi.
But these people will play with us, and they'll play on our intelligence like we ain't gonna question this type of shit. I got questions. I need answers. That's it. I'm not asking nobody to believe me. I'm not asking nobody to believe in the shit I say. But I know the shit that I say makes sense. Who wouldn't want to know?
Exactly.
This dude got more. Jim Derrick Goddard has more involvement with this shit than anybody, and he have direct connections to Barry Hankinson, Sparkles, Jane Doe, Geronda, Demetrius, Kim Fox, Michael Avenatti, all of them.
Me
Tim
too.
Savage, them, everybody. Man, this dude is the glue. He's the connection.
Let me tell you this about the Geronda Pace and the Jim DeRogatis connection.
Please talk about that line.
He's the one that paid that girl's fare and way to that courthouse every day. He gotta be.
You know, he took us. Remember, she got mad at him because she said that he took her story and wrote it in his book.
It was all fabricated.
She didn't even get paid off of it.
Now
she mad with him.
How is it that she ended up in all them pictures by herself?
Welcome to his house.
Same way we say, how did fucking Don Russell end up doing the interview? They randomly picked him out of the crowd of people. Every time the man got released, Greenberg was right there. How the fuck did he get on the camera? We got to make it look right. We got to make it look right. Get him with the blue. I'm gonna have on a blue jacket. Yeah, I'm gonna have on a beanie with Chicago on it. Yeah, yeah. Just drift back away from the crowd a little bit so we can get you good. All by design. That man blew up a fucking car, threatened a goddamn theater with a gun, and all he got is 20 months.
Damn.
Come on,
And
man.
Kel's got 240.
Make that make sense. If you cause a riot in a building, you can be held liable for injuries and everything. People lose their life, you gonna be charged. But this man did all this fucked up shit, and he got 20 months. They say
It's to let you know they had an agenda all along to take one man down.
See, it's a lot of moving pieces in this, and I'm telling you, it's a it was a well-oiled machine because it had nothing to go against it. Yeah, I still remember Darryl Johnson, aka Baby Powder. He the one came out on Gayle King talking about he wouldn't let it. First you gonna say R.KELLY innocent, but then you say I wouldn't leave my daughters around.
So-called pedophile, but we all know he ain't.
Right, but he the same one came out and he talked about getting R. Kelly a burner phone in the jail for $2,300.
What?
Now you want the people to feel like R. Kelly is talking to people on the outside on a burner phone. Now you should get the jail on lockdown so they can do a search. Because you out here running your mouth. Then the next thing you know, we see you popping up out the restaurant with Michael Avenatti. Come on, man.
It was all the play. All the play.
Everybody get a piece of the pie.
That. Yep.
Everybody get a piece of the pie. Man, I'm gonna be on here for about 10 more minutes, and I'm gonna get ready to get up off here, man. But this month is finna be crunch time. We gotta lock back in. We gotta lock back in. I'm asking all of the supporters, get locked back in, man. Get locked back in. We know it's a lot going on these YouTube streets, but I'm telling you, one thing my grandfather used to tell me, man, I'm gonna tell y'all, and I know some of y'all are a lot older than me, but my grandfather used to tell me all the time, he said, you are what you entertain. You are what you entertain. So for a supporter, man, if y'all around here, allow y'allself to get caught up in the riffraff and what's going on, man, and you entertaining it, engaging in it, you know, carrying bones from one chat to another chat. Come on, man. Y'all got to do better. We got to get back locked in. We got to get back focused on what's being what. Me, I don't look at the individual person. I listen to the message. I want to hear what's being said. It's very critical that y'all listen, that we as supporters listen to what's being said versus who's saying it.
And it's a pill time.
When you get into the point to where you start, well, I'm not listening to this person because I don't fuck with him. Or I'm not listening to that person because he don't like that person. You are cheating yourself out of what's really going on, because you're going to have to listen to all of these conversations in order to form your own process of what's going on. If you allow yourself to not listen to something because you dislike a person, your enemy will save your life before your friend will. But if you got that attitude, I ain't listening to nothing that old bitch ass nigga got to say, and the nigga try to tell you, man, they coming for us. You know what I'm saying? Because when them people come, me and you could be beefing, but when them people come, they coming for both of us. They not coming for me and gonna let you go. They coming for both of us. So sometimes it pay to be a great listener, beat a good talker any day. You gotta be able to listen. That's me, man. I'm gonna listen. I don't have no picks and choosers in this shit. I'm here for the truth. That's it.
And you know, Vi, I'm glad I tuned this live today because earlier when I saw that Shannon Sharp calling Usher a king of R&B, I'm like, y'all must have lost your goddamn mind.
Well, Shannon Sharp, he got shit going on with him right now too, man. But see, Shannon Sharp don't understand. Shannon Sharp didn't reach. He done overachieved, but he haven't realized it yet. He haven't realized it yet. But he faced these type of allegations before in the past. He know what it feel like to be scrutinized. But when you can never get when you get to that point of thinking you are too above being brought back down, the people put you in your fucking place. What up, Jay?
Man, I tell you, boy, the fuckery never gets old.
Nope.
Because every time I look up, it's always some new shit. Because I was listening to the live, because I was doing a little work and whatnot. But you brought up Michael Avenatti, who I've said you touched on it. The fact that Michael Avenatti has used R. Kelly as a political tool and a political pawn and election tool to try to get his ass into the White House, and also on the backs of using Donald Trump to do it also. Now, I would not at all be surprised if Michael Avenatti also had reached out to Chuck Freeman, and that's where he probably got that damn tape from.
Hold on. Reba say, Don ain't. Have I ever said? Did I say Don personally blew up a car? Who was Don co-defendants? Michael Williams and Rich Arline, right? Which blew up. One of them blew up the car, right?
And I believe
Michael Williams, yeah.
Michael Williams, Rich Arline was the co-defendants.
And that's Cash Jones' cousin, Mike Williams, right?
Cash Jones' cousins, right? But they was indicted with Don Russell though. I'm not giving Greenberg a pass whatsoever. Greenberg, he dropped the ball. Well, he didn't even really have time to drop the ball because he never picked the motherfucker up.
Exactly.
He left 3,500 material sitting in the investigator's office for months and never went and picked it up. Greenberg's focus was to get Rob to sign over his royalties, but Rob never did.
Sign his royalties over Universal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's where his royalties is at Universal, and I work in Universal,
that's what Greenberg wanted Rob to do as far as payment go, sign over his royalties. But I never said that Don blew up a car. But Don and his two co-defendants were charged with those acts: threatening the theater, coercing witnesses to change their stories.
And this was well orchestrated by the Clarys and the Savages. Because I believe they're the ones that planned the car blow up.
It bothers me though, man. You know, I'm not, and I get it, and I can understand that people have an opinion. I want people to. It's okay to have an opinion, but when you tell somebody they wrong, that kind of makes your opinion bullshit to me. I can give two fucks about it. It's 2024. I used to try to be nice to people, but being nice to people, it don't get you nowhere in society. You gotta tell a motherfucker straight how it is and what it is. When you come on this platform, people come on this platform, they don't come on here because Big Vibe be on here just running his mouth. Big Vibe, every everything that I talk about on my platform, I can prove it. I got the receipts. I can go to the paperwork and show it. So it's okay to have an opinion, but for you to say, "Oh, you wrong," that means you're not having an opinion. You're making a statement.
Well, people can have their opinion, but the thing is, when you have your opinion, or if you want to like him or hate him, whatever the case may be, hate him for something that he actually did. Like if you try to get an autograph and he wouldn't sign it, okay. Or if you want him to take a picture and you didn't, and say, "Well, I hate him. You didn't want to take a picture." Fine, but the fact that you hate him based on a narrative that is being increasingly proven more and more as time goes on that the narrative ain't even true, and you still hate him for something that's even the fact that you hate him for something that's fraudulent. That really kind of explains the mentality of the person who actually believes that shit, and then to what kind of mindset that person really has.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it though, Rob. R.KELLY wasn't charged. R.KELLY wasn't charged for nothing that Greenberg did. He was being accused of the shit that Don and his compadres did.
Which comes with the $10.5 million lawsuit. And I go back to this point all the time. I said, when the time that Surviving R. Kelly was supposed to be premiered in that theater in New York, which is around the 1st of December, if I'm not mistaken. Then you go back. Now remember, then there was a previous video a while back saying that, well, Surviving R. Kelly was supposed to premiere in October. Because that was when Toronto Berg and other people around Surviving R. Kelly was supposed to premiere.
Now y'all see what I mean? So, then go ahead, J Rock. I want to, because I got something on my mind. But I'm gonna show y'all what I mean by this shit.
You see, in October, and so you got October and December. And what month falls between those 2 months? November. Now, just so happens that month, November in 2018, like I said, R. Kelly had not one, not two, not three, but 4 albums over the course of his career that was all released in the month of November. 3 of the 4 had already celebrated at least their 20th anniversary or more, and you had 1 left that was about to hit its milestone anniversary within the next 2 years. The $10.5 million came from the fact that they knew that this man had a lot of anniversaries and an accumulation of his catalog was coming up within that time frame. And the fact that you waited deliberately, especially in particular when you had 12 plays celebrating its 25th and an R double album celebrating its 20th. Within 3 weeks from the date of the premiere of Surviving R. Kelly with that theater in New York, you told on yourself without telling on yourself. So if all that was going on, if he did all that stuff that y'all said he was doing, why would you wait until the major milestone anniversaries of his albums to come up to try to premiere this shit? Because I tell people all the time, if it's supposed to be about young black women and girls, why has every move that's been strategically made been centered around this man's music catalog? The truth is out there if you're willing to look for it.
And that's the point. Ain't nobody gonna look for it, man. And it's just like this person on the stream here, and you read this comment. Now, you don't like a person. That's your personal opinion. And this is why you can't be respectful when it comes to people, because they will sit here and tell you, they will sit here and make statements like this. Do you know the reason why he was only charged for the theater stopping the premiere of surviving R. Kelly because the other guys took their fucking plea deals. They pled guilty to their involvement in what they done. That still don't take away the fact that they all three was on the same indictment. So don't tell me what I better stop listening to because you have a problem with a particular blogger. That's your personal business. But everybody that's been following me and that followed me and been following me, we done went over this shit countless of times. We understand what's going on. But for you, Rebecca, I appreciate you, but your ass is blocked because this the type of shit that I don't allow on my platform. You can feel how you feel, but when you start talking about other bloggers and listening to all this, come on, man. We're going to keep it real. So, will one of my moderators block Rebecca Johnson from my chat because I don't need this energy over here. Because
so you mess around and got yourself blocked. Yeah, damn.
What up, J Rock? What up, J Rock?
Oh,
I've been listening. Yeah, I just been laying back, man.
It ain't definitely, and everybody remember, right? Y'all remember when Texas Black Diamond came on the platform, right? And she came up. It was last year, a little bit after Dawn.
Yeah.
It's time and Texas Black Diamond came on, and we had this conversation about what Don Russell did. And Texas Black Diamond was Don Russell left hand, right hand lady. They was in cahoots, and she talked about how disappointed she was with what Don did. But Don only got charged with threatening the premiere of Surviving R. Kelly because the other two co-defendants, they took their charges. But who hired those two people? Where did those two people come from? Who was Michael Williams and Richard R. connected to? Cass Jones and Don Russell. Simple as that. But yeah, man, we gonna come and break it down and continue to going. I'm gonna go and get the other information I need because we're gonna go back through this thing with Don Russell, man. Shout out to Hollywood Next because she did the whole reading of the paperwork with Don Russell and everything. And she read it all. Even from Don Russell's mama talking to him about him doing shit without getting permission or talking to R. Kelly first. Then he got mad because he said Rob wasn't answering the phone for him. So he just took shit into his own hand.
Yep, nobody appointed him. He appointed himself. Yeah. Like grandma used to always say, you're doing too much. Go sit down somewhere.
I'm still tripping out about the fact how you gonna say, well, I got into being part of R. Kelly circle when I heard I Admit, and I did a U-turn when I heard it on the radio. Like all the other albums and songs that you wrote didn't even happen.
How I got involved in his career was in 2018. 2018. That man been singing since the early 90s.
He's already been in the game for 25 years at that point.
The late 80s, early 90s.
And been dealing with all these lies and scandals for years. I told people they've been lying on R. Kelly as long as it took for the Detroit Lions to win their first playoff game since 1991. They've been lying on R. Kelly since then. And that's about 32 years strong.
And y'all know we got young Kels on this thing. Kels on there getting his groove on. Let's see. Man, J-Rock, you ain't see the girl on there talking about told the dude she want to do it, and dude like, nah, I ain't trying to do it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I sure as hell
Check
did.
all young Kells out, man.
Man,
Let's see. Let's see if I can make it big. Yeah,
and she had the nerve to have an attitude.
On, man. Oh, she was pissed off at him.
Snap your W-2 and file your taxes.
She was mad at
100% free with
TurboTax
free edition.
Out, man.
Roughly
I would like to
37%
see how it be though, man.
And I jumped on a plane to Chicago to our next casting call at the Regal Theater. We see thousands of would-be actors. I don't know what I'm looking for. Need talent that you find one in a blue moon. That talented needle in the haystack. I see actors. Then a singing group auditions. The lead singer really has something. But where would he fit? I had choir boy. I had Eddie. Could he be Dresser? Could he be JT? I didn't know. But there was something about that lead singer. I called him back into the room again. I kept him in my mind. I didn't know what to do with him. Years later, people would come to know him as R.KELLY, R&B superstar, and now infamous icon. Jackie and I...
Man, could you imagine, man, if Kells would have got with Robert Townsend, man?
Well, it's an infamous icon, according to who? But that part, but we'll set that side apart right now. So
what's up, V White?
If he would have got with Robert Townsend, yeah, he would have bypassed Barry.
Man,
and his career probably would have still been as big as it was, maybe even a little bit bigger than it is now. But I know one thing for sure, he probably definitely would have had more exposure to movies since he would have hooked up with Robert Townsend.
He would probably got more into the acting, probably. You know, I could have seen him being JT, man. He would have killed it.
Yeah, I think that would have worked. I think that definitely would have worked.
Yeah, man. So we finna creep on up out of this thing. But you know, it was the first day back, man. I feel like it was a good live. I really enjoyed it. Me and Derek held it down in the beginning. Derek fried him some chicken and he ate over there. He ain't got the itis now. But but we already know how
I did see that wing. That wing was looking kind of good. I ain't gonna lie to
you. Yeah. Man, and y'all, we still sending prayers, man. We gonna send them prayers up and say free Kells, man, praying that on the start of his appeal, man, everything go well. We sending prayers up for our little brother Dean, man, praying that we hear something back from Dean, man. I've been messaging and reaching out. Hopefully, man, the brother get out soon. Hopefully, man. I've been sending them messages, letting them know that, we've been thinking about them and talking about them, man. Shout out Lavish Lady. Everybody, man. Just everybody that support the team and everything that we do over here, man. I want to say I appreciate you all. And like I say, man, the new mission is to refocus, man. That's the mission, is to refocus, man. All the negativity, negative people with negative comments, man. We not entertaining that shit, man. We blocking it and keeping on moving, man. Ain't no stopping what we're trying to do and trying to accomplish over here. At the end of the day, if you did anything to hurt Robert, man, you're a part of the problem. No matter what your involvement was in it, if you did anything that to hurt Robert, you was a part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? What they say, I always say, trouble is easy to get into, but hard as hell to get out of. So just got to be vigilant, be mindful of what you're doing and what you do, and understand when you come on these platforms, when you come on this platform and advocate, you advocating for the injustice of somebody who you feel was done or falsely in prison. So you gotta conduct yourself in that manner. You know what I'm saying? You can't come on and advocate for one thing and then everything you talk about is it totally contradict what you advocating for. It just don't make sense. But we gonna keep it rolling. And I don't know what the schedule gonna be like. I don't know what it's gonna look like. I'm gonna be out of town. I'm gonna be out of town next week. J Rock, I'm gonna hit you up too, cause I'll be out that way.
All right, let me ask you a quick question. What date? When's the date the appeal starts? Is it the 20? Is it? I heard the 22nd. Is that the correct date?
Let me see. I'm gonna show y'all where to go to for all y'all. Cause I don't want to misquote it. But if you go over to Justice for RK, Justice for RK on Instagram is the source. Let me see. This is for that's the March. That's the March one. Let me look through it. But they got everything you want to see is on there.
All right, gotcha. I'll go ahead. I'll look it up. Hopefully, I'll be able to see something from there. Because I think it's real funny. Because I was on, I think it was on Skylife's Live, and I asked him about the
It's February 22nd. It says
February 22nd.
It says, let me see if I'm gonna get it on the screen right quick. Well, you can talk, and I'm gonna put it on the screen with the page that y'all can go to get all of y'all updates as well. Yeah, y'all can dial, talk while I get through it. Well, I know Derek probably asleep by now.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what I think. When you brought up Jim Derogatis earlier, which you brought up a good point. I mean, the fact of the matter is, how can you take the fifth and say you protecting your sources when you yourself said you received the tape anonymously? So if you received the tape anonymously, who you protecting? And that's a viable question. Now, the other part about Jim Derogatis nobody wants to mention, and I always brings about this incident that happened in my neck of the woods years ago when R. Kelly was on tour. Can anybody answer the question, why did Jim Derogatis never brought up that incident that happened to R. Kelly while he was on tour in Louisiana? Jim Derogatis never brings that up in any interview he's done. And hell, I don't even think it's in that so-called book he wrote. He never talks about it at all. And all this was according to Demetrius Smith. Well, we all know what Demetrius Smith was all about. So we already know what it is. But the prosecution and a lot of other people that had a lot of Had a lot of issues trying to stockpile all this BS on up with R. Kelly. They always seem to leave information out. In that little episode, they completely left it out. And one of the main reasons why they left it out, which I really believe to this day, is if it was brought up by the prosecution, it would kill the entire Aaliyah narrative. Everybody knows it.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, he's in an alliance like all the rest of those individuals. There's so many movers and shakers, man, in this thing. This rabbit hole is so deep, man. There's so many tunnels to it. It's pathetic.
Yeah.
I mean,
Muse, here's the crazy part about it. Muse. When that whole thing happened, when like I said, when the article that MTV had put out, these guys said that R. Kelly violated their civil rights. A guy got attacked, said he got 110 stitches to the face, and was a felony assault charge. Wouldn't the prosecution jump up and say, well, Mr. Kelly got a history of violence against people. Look at what happened to them guys and to them guys he played basketball against in Lafayette, back in Lafayette, Louisiana.
They couldn't because they knew them documents in court. It's in court. They couldn't touch that, so they just went.
That was going. But wouldn't that be in the heart of a RICO, especially if you got your entourage involved in a fight, which would have went to a felony assault charge, which would actually go to part of your whole reason. Oh, by the way, R. Kelly did plead no contest in the case also. So then you got that. But you left all of that out. To charge, you charging R. Kelly with a RICO and you leave all that information out?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, man.
No, man, you left that out for a reason. Because your whole narrative about R. Kelly was going to be shot.
I just want his I know everybody looking for a acquittal from release. At the same time, another retrial would be a good idea only if every allegation, every narrative is debunked, man, and it's proven. And if anybody want to still hold on to that, then they need to go see a counselor and a therapist and work out their issues. Bottom line, point blank, because you got to be visually impaired and can't hear in order for you not to see this. You must have mental challenges if you can't look at this with common sense and not see this.
I'm not upset at a retrial because part of me would kind of prefer it, because that means all those people that been spreading all this BS, been telling all them lies and everything, would have to readdress all that. So that means you got to go back and retract all the lies that was told. Now I don't know who was on earlier. I think it was Yellow Boy, whoever it was. And he brought up a good point when he brought up the fact about the sex tape back in the day, because the girl Rashawn Langford had braces and the girl in that sex tape did not have braces, although the whole video was story. And
that was a good point. That was a good point.
That was a good point. I didn't even think about that until he said that. I said, damn, you know what? You know, he right about that.
See, that's like Big Roger said earlier. There's so many things, man, that you got to go. When you go back over, you're like, ooh, I didn't see that. Oh, we missed that. Oh man, we didn't cover that. It's so many things, man, and that's why we keep doing what we're doing. And each time we keep we discover some stuff that we didn't miss. Like, wait a minute, that don't even make sense. So yeah.
And seeing the thing about it,
distracted with all the foolery for us to stop doing what we're doing. That's how you know you right on track.
Yeah, and one of my best friends that I spoke to a couple of days ago, I told him, I said, because when I kind of highlighted some of this information, and he was like, because he was already because I already hipped him to some of that stuff because I told him about the movie Ricochet, and we watched it over at his house. And after we got done watching it, Muse must have jumped. Muse dropped off. But yeah, I think it's But yeah, Vi, that was a good live with a lot of info. I didn't even think about that sex tape with the with Rashana having the braces on it. But that was a real good point.
That's why they didn't want video 4 to be shown. That's why they didn't want video 4 to be shown in court.
Yep. I'm telling you, man, I really think Chuck Freeman and Michael Avenatti is probably had linked up somewhere. And I bet you that's how he got one of them tapes was from Chuck Freeman. He probably sent one of them copies to Michael Avenatti. Because he was the one that kept saying that, well, I kept the tape because the police department didn't want to pay me, wasn't going to pay me $1 million. So I want to know how much Michael Avenatti paid Chuck Freeman for that tape. Because I bet you that's what happened. Yeah, I was right. Oral argument held on February 22nd, 2024 at 9:30. Okay.
Yeah, man. So I want to see y'all. We'll be sitting around waiting on February the 22nd, man. You know, it's going to come fast. It's going to come real fast.
Yeah, especially since February is the shortest month of the year.
Yeah. Well, you got an extra day this year.
Oh, we got 29 days?
Yes, sir. It's 2024, huh?
Yeah. I'll be glad in February get out the way, man. I'm tired of this cold.
Don't say he'd be glad to get out of the way.
You know, I work outside, nephew, so this
I already know.
So that January with the Arctic weather, that really messed with me. That really messed me up. You know, and I'm an asthmatic, so you know, I be on my herbs and stuff, man. It was a time for me. It really messed with my body. It really messed me up. So
yeah, and in the month of February also, this where some of the crazy winter weather can come on, because this month down in my neck of the woods, this is where some of them ice storms start creeping up.
Oh wow. Well, man, it's been a blessing, man. Good to see you back, man. Blessing everybody in the chat, on the panel, everything. I'm gonna slide on out there. I'm still at work. I'll be off in the next hour. So.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
All right. All right. Big Bob, I'm gonna dip on out too.
Man, J-Rock, man, you gotta well, I'm gonna hit you up, man, because I'm gonna be that way. I'm gonna be in them neck of the woods next week, man. We're gonna have to link up and go get some of that old chicken at my spot. You hear me?
Yeah, okay. You said next week? Damn, I might be out of town next week. My brother's birthday is next week.
Then let me know, because I'm gonna be there until after the Super Bowl. So
yeah. Okay, I'll let you know what's what.
All
right. Peace to everybody in the chat. Much love to all y'all. Provoke Thoughts. Appreciate you, Big Vibe. Big Vibe. Much love as always. Yeah, but just hit me up whenever, man. I might ask you for a little bit of info too, also.
All right, man. You know, if I got it, you got it.
All right, cool. That's what's up.
All right. Yeah, man. Yeah, we had a great live today, y'all. And I really enjoyed being back on here, man. It's finna be going on 3 hours. It don't even feel like it, man. It feel like we've been on here for about an hour and a half, but it's finna be going on 3 hours. So good night to each and every one of y'all in the chat, man. To Rebecca, you know, I nothing but Peace and blessings to you, my sister. No hard feelings. I love having you in the chat. Each and every person that's in the chat, man. I love seeing y'all in the chat. Love seeing y'all over here listening in, chiming in on what's going on. But let's just try to be more thoughtful, when we responding or we saying making our statements or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just because you have an opinion don't make one's opinion wrong, because you may have a different viewpoint on the situation, and you may see a situation the way that you see it. Doesn't mean that I have to see it the way that you see it. I don't ask anyone to agree with me, but at the end of the day, my opinion about a situation is just that, my opinion. That's why it's Big Val Opinion, where everyone's opinion matters. So at the end of the day, I'm not going to be on here telling someone, oh, you wrong, or this ain't happened, that ain't happened. No. Your opinion is your opinion. My opinion is my opinion. And that's just that. Let's refocus. That's the new thing we're gonna do. That's the new thing we're gonna do. When we start the live and come in, I want to see it, man. On the next live, when we come in, everybody that come in the chat on the next live, we're gonna hashtag focus, man. That's what we want. That's what we want to see. When we come back for the next live, whatever day I decide to come back, we're gonna hashtag focus. When we enter the live, we're gonna set the tone and make it right from the, you gotta start right in order to end right. So we're gonna come in the live, focus, do what we gotta do, make the points we gotta make, get the point across, and we're gonna lead the live and make sure that something was accomplished during the live. With that being said, Happy New Year to each and every one of you all. I pray nothing but peace and blessings upon all of you that support me and follow me, that come in and chill and kick it and listen and interact in the chat. I appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart. And we're going to continue to push this thing, and we're going to continue to fight. I stepped out, but, a lot of people was emailing me about when I was coming back, asking me, am I coming back? Ask me, can you come on? A lot of people have things that we want to talk about. And, I want to hear from you all on the next live. How do y'all feel about where we're at as a sector, the R. Kelly sector, where we're at as the sector? Do you all feel we have helped the sector, or do you all feel things that have went on in the sector has hurt the sector? So on the next live, that's what it's going to really, that's what it's going to pertain to. And with that being said, until next time, we just go out with I guess I'm gonna do something like this. We're gonna do a positive message.
Me and my brother both, everything starts with music for me. So A&R the whole album or whatever, but like a lot of the tracks, like personally, and I remember the thing that hurt me the most, and I'm gonna air them out right now, is Jive Records, Barry Weiss. We made a deal that R. Kelly, this is before R. Kelly was really big. He only had one album out. He's gonna give us an original track for the soundtrack. So I flew to Chicago because R. Kelly and I, our attorney, business manager, was the same guy. Gave him the Menace VHS tape, and the next day I came back and he had a song for me that he wrote to Menace. And I listened to the song, I go, oh shit. That's how involved I was in the soundtrack. I called Barry Weiss at Jive Records. I said, I just heard R. Kelly's first #1 single. And he goes, oh shit, I can't wait to hear it. A week later he calls me, he goes, I got good news and bad news. The good news is you're right. This is going to be his first #1 record. The bad news is it's not going on the soundtrack.
Wow.
It was Bump and Grind.
Wow.
And if you hear what he's saying at the opening of the song, he's talking about Kane. My body's telling me yes, but my mind's telling me no, but my body's saying yes. Wow. Talking about Kane because of Jada's character, Ronnie, and his father figure, Purnell. Yeah, that's what it's about.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mind blown.
Wow. I've never said that publicly, but that's what that was. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was a massive hit for him.
Because Honey,
his first hit.
Wow. Okay. Was it Honey Love, the scene that they used?
Yeah, because we took it because that was already the hit, like the successful music. So we
let Alan Hill.
Yeah,
come on, man.